and welcome here to MoreTalkFCB, and welcome back to the channel, guys. Of course, the only topic on all of our minds right now is the future of Lionel Messi after it was confirmed that he will not be continuing at Barca. Earlier on this morning, we had Joan Laporta holding a press conference there to explain the decision and ultimately why Messi was unable to continue. And that's why now, later on in the day, we are going to be discussing where Messi could end up, who are the clubs that are interested in him, and ultimately, at the end of it all, is there any hope remaining that he could still be a Barca player? Because even though Messi's exit was confirmed by the club, we've all been holding out some sort of hope that maybe things could be turned around, but now we are starting to see more and more pieces of evidence there that just leads us to believe that maybe this is the end. We have seen farewell messages, and significant ones this afternoon. Carlos Puyol actually was one of the first to post the farewell message immediately after the news from Barca emerged, but today we've seen Sergio Busquets, who would become the Barca captain should Messi indeed depart. We also had Ansu Fati, who spoke about the fact that all La Masia players dream of playing with Lionel Messi, and he was lucky enough to realise that dream. And Xavi Hernandez as well, wishing Lionel Messi all the best wherever his next destination may be. Now, of course, right now there are a number of clubs who are interested in Lionel Messi. We know that as a fact. One of those, and indeed for me, the clear favourite right now to sign Messi, it's Paris Saint-Germain. Could Messi this season be on his way to France? That would be something that honestly I would not have expected to happen in the career of Messi, but I do believe right now PSG are the clear favourite, because apparently there, Messi's father, Jorge Messi, as soon as it was made clear that Messi would not be continuing at Barca, couldn't get that renewal over the line. PSG were actually one of the very first clubs that Jorge Messi spoke to, and indeed meetings could take place over the coming days as Messi could get closer to the French club. And obviously you can see on the face of it why that is a very likely move. You've got the pull, first of all, of Neymar Jr., somebody who is absolutely desperate to play with Messi once again. He's been pretty much desperate to play alongside Leo ever since Neymar made the decision to leave himself back in 2017. And we know, of course, that the two remain in regular contact, and Neymar is very much in Messi's ear right now, saying, please come to Paris. You've also got the Argentinian contingent there of Angel Di Maria, scorer, of course, in the Copa America final. Leandro Paredes, players there that get on really well with Messi, and you would imagine that he'd be happy to go there and link up with those Argentinians. And of course, Messi, let's not forget, just a few days ago, he was on holiday, and he was clearly pictured there with all of these guys, along with PSG's midfielder Marco Verratti as well. They were all on holiday together, and they were pictured there in each other's company. And of course, one of the main facts indeed is that PSG this season have compiled a very competitive team on paper, at least, significantly strengthening there with the signings of Gianluigi Donnarumma, Sergio Ramos. Imagine Messi there going to play with Sergio Ramos at PSG. I mean, really, could things get any worse? You've got Hakimi, Wijnaldum as well going to PSG. And today, Mauricio Pochettino was speaking in a press conference there, the PSG coach. He said, we know what happened yesterday between Messi and Barca, but we are fully focused on beating Troyes. Nasser and Leonardo are working hard to improve the team. Would signing Leo Messi mean that Kylian Mbappe leaves the club? He said, no. Laughing there, and the mood at PSG right now is very, very good indeed, as reports in Argentina say that Messi will take a private jet to land in France either tonight or indeed tomorrow there, as the meetings between themselves and PSG are really going to start to get going. Apparently Neymar may have already told Messi that he can have his number 10 shirt, and there's even rumours that PSG have already booked the Eiffel Tower, just like they did when they announced Neymar in 2017. But of course, there is also likely to be some significant interest from the Premier League in signing Lionel Messi this summer. And could Manchester City be one of the clubs there that are looking to sign Messi on what would effectively be a free transfer this summer? Because of course, let's not forget, very, very recently, it was just yesterday on Thursday that Man City announced the signing of Jack Grealish from Aston Villa there for a fee of £100 million. And it was very interesting as well to hear today Pep Guardiola refer reflecting on the possibility of signing Messi this summer and what Man City's business that they've already done may mean for any potential deal. He said, "We've already spent money on Jack Grealish and he will wear the number 10 at Man City." He said, "We did this because we're convinced by Jack Grealish, but also because we were convinced that Leo would continue at Barcelona." Pep said, "Right now, it's not in our thoughts." Absolutely not. He said, "The only thing that I can say to Messi is thank you so much for bringing Barca to another level by helping to dominate the world of football for many, many years." And he said, of course, for the final years of his career, "I wish him all the best. He will not be forgotten." He said, "That's for sure. And hopefully one day, in the same sort of way that Laporta said earlier on, we can give him the best farewell ever because his contribution to Barca very much deserves it." And it was interesting as well that Pep did not hold back there when talking about the previous management of Barca. But if President Laporta is in this situation right now, it's because he has to be. Unfortunately, it's because he has to do this, because somebody before him did not do it very well there. A clear parting shot from Pep Guardiola towards Josep Maria Bartomeu, because as we discussed earlier, it is very much Bartomeu's mess that we are still trying to clear up. And of course, it is interesting to see what Man City do for the remainder of the transfer window, because obviously on the agenda there, potentially you could say that it will be Messi now. They will turn their attention and try and add Messi to their squad, but they are also reportedly targeting, of course, Harry Kane. Today, Pep Guardiola actually confirmed in that same press conference that yes, Man City are interested in signing Kane. That is somebody they would like to add to their team, but it all depends on Tottenham. Tottenham have to be open there to negotiate. Harry Kane right now is currently on strike, not going into training. He is waiting for Man City's offer to come in, and you just wonder there, if things break down on that side, if Tottenham aren't willing to really budge, could Messi then, providing it's not too late for City, become an option? But in terms of the Premier League clubs, we are not done there either, because as we know, the big money is indeed in the Premier League, not only with Man City, but could Messi also be an option this summer for Chelsea? They are another club who have significant transfer backing there from their owner, somebody who is willing there, if necessary, to pump serious money into the club. Right now, it's been rumoured, of course, that they're chasing a move for Romelu Lukaku to bring him back to Stamford Bridge in a deal that would be worth there over 100 million euros. But again, could they now have different plans? Because obviously up until now, all of these clubs, all of these big teams with big money, they had their own plans. They had their structure and what they wanted to do this summer. But suddenly now Messi has almost come out of nowhere. Everybody expected him to renew. They didn't think that he'd be an option. Now that he is, you may just see clubs around the world sort of have a look into what's possible, see if maybe they could make a move. And particularly when it comes to Chelsea and their owner, Roman Abramovich, it's always been his dream to bring Messi to London, because for many years we've heard about attempts there from Chelsea to sign Lionel Messi. Abramovich apparently would love the chance to meet with Messi's entourage. He has requested that meeting, but let's wait and see if there's any more to it on the side of Chelsea. And of course, guys, in terms of us Barcelona fans, it is very difficult, I've got to say right now. It is certainly quite emotional when you're talking about the fact that Messi is going to go to another club. That is something that in our own minds is difficult to comprehend. It's difficult to actually understand what it could mean for Messi there to sign with somebody else, to put on another shirt, to go out in there and play and try and win trophies for another team, for PSG, for Man City, for Chelsea. It just doesn't sound right. It doesn't seem normal for us to try and think down that route, but somehow now we're having to try to come to terms with all this. The question would be, is there any hope for Barca? Is there any feeling right now that maybe a miracle could happen? And I think what I would say right now is that until Messi has signed with someone else, until the contract there has been finalised and accepted by whatever league, wherever he may go, I think there'll always be a bit of hope. There'll always be that one last bit of hope that us Barcelona fans have of that miracle, because that's what it would take right now to actually see a big U-turn on all this. It would take a monumental effort from Barca. It would take players leaving. It would take players taking pay cuts. And you'd also need as well a big intervention from La Liga to help make it happen. Is it impossible? No, it isn't, because right now, Messi is still out there as a free agent. He is still available and on the market. And whilst that is the case, we can dream, but it's looking tough. PSG, for me, are the clear favourites, and there's no doubt about it. That really hurts. So that right there, guys, is the latest on Lionel Messi's future and where indeed he could end up over the coming days. Things indeed may be about to move very, very quickly indeed. I will keep you updated with all of the latest news. Thank you indeed for joining me once again. I really, really do appreciate it. I know this is a difficult time for us all, but we are trying our best here to move through it, to actually accept it, to understand what's happening, and I will see you soon, guys. Thank you very much, and I hope you're all doing okay. But until next time, as always, Vizca, El Barça.